last of 4 games being played in London this year. The fans, it's their last shot to take it all in live. And we are here in studio live with you guys all morning long. What is up, everybody? Welcome into Game Day Kickoff. I'm Colleen Wolfe with Steve Smith Sr. and Willie McGinnis. Hello. How you guys feeling?
I'm up.
I know, that's good. That's great. That's true. Also, MJD is here as well. MJD, in your nice jacket. Okay, I see you out there.
Guys, it's quite chilly out here, by the way. First of all, Steve, how you feeling this morning, man? I know it's 4 a.m. Willie, I know you already had your coffee. You're ready to go. You probably had your little, smoothie that you like to drink. But here I got to sleep in a little bit, guys, and I'm excited.
I'm doing well. My Utes won last night. I'm doing excellent.
Yeah, we got an extra hour with, daylight. I just learned it's daylight saving time, not daylight savings, by the way. Just a little fun fact. So, MJD, we're going to talk to you in a little
last
bit.
week, Colleen.
We're glad that you slept in, okay? We're glad that you were all well rested. So you better bring it today, MJD. Okay? All right, Texans and Jags. It is the rematch, everybody. So back in week 2 in Houston, it came down to a 2-point try.
Yep. So it's 4th down and 1. Watson takes it upfield, cuts back. Can he get in? He can! Touchdown!
4th and 10. 52 seconds to play in the game.
Minshew calling out signals. He's going to keep it himself, and he's got the first down!
Still looking, scrambling. Fires to the back of the end zone. Touchdown!
2-point play. Jacksonville going for the lead right here. Handoff Fournette running left.
And he stopped. It is over. The Texans hang on.
That was Gardner Minshew's first start, and he's 4-2 since then. The Jags currently the 7th seed, just behind the Texans, who are hanging on to that last wild card spot. So, MJD, look, we saw there the Colts are the 2 seed, currently in control of the AFC South, but Houston's won this division 3 of the last 4 years. So are the Texans still the team to beat, even though they sit where they do in the division right now?
Well, Colin, we all understand how the game of football is played. The team that's the healthiest is always the best. And right now it seems like it's the Indianapolis Colts. Even though I do feel like Jacksonville is starting to hit their stride right now and they're playing well, I would love to say the Texans, but even though Deshaun Watson's playing like Michael Jordan, he doesn't have Scottie Pippen. He doesn't have Tony Kukoc. He doesn't have Steve Kerr with him right now. Tunsil maybe not playing today. According to our James Palmer, they have Will Fuller didn't travel. J.J. Watt went on IR. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Houston Texans will be able to handle with all these injuries, especially playing in a different atmosphere here, like here in London.
And I agree with MJD. When you talk about the Texans, Deshaun Watson has done a phenomenal job of carrying his team on his back, making these plays out of the quarterback position, getting the ball downfield, doing all the things. But when you look at his supporting cast, the injuries, some of the things that they suffered, J.J. Watt is out defensively, and usually you would have Jadeveon Clowney. You would have another guy to step in. He's not there anymore. So you got the linebacking crew. And then you got Tunsil out. You got Gibson out. You got Will Fuller, the deep threat, who can't stay on the field out. So when you talk about the Colts and the type of football they're going to play, they're going to line up with that offensive line. They're going to be physical, and they're going to test that front. And that's the only thing that worries me. I know they can score points offensively, but the defense is on that side of the ball. Can they keep up, and can they handle the physicality of the Indianapolis Colts?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Willie. And one of the biggest things that's my concern with the Texans has nothing to do with a Deshaun Watson. It has to do with the ability that the Colts have displayed the first 2 games, pretty much not being able to stop anybody, but yet they made adjustments. Their points allowed the first 4 games, 25.5 points. All of a sudden now they're shutting teams down. 16. They're running the ball efficiently. Jacoby Brissett is not really doing anything like a Deshaun Watson. He's just steady Eddie. He's just methodically putting the ball into places. And then also Frank Wright has done a great job of establishing a run. And when we talk about playoff football, we talk about division-winning football, you have to establish the run, whether it's inside or outside. That's what I love about this Colts team is they're doing things very vanilla. And when you can do things very vanilla and win, that means when you really start to do the big plays, where you really need to start to reach, they surprise you. They give you the element of surprise. Deshaun Watson is not the element of surprise. He is their everything.
Yeah, it's interesting because every team in the division has a different strength. So you have the Colts that have the best offensive line. The Jags have the best pass rush. The Texans have the best player at the most important position. And then the Titans kind of just do a lot of things okay.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this whole division kind of shapes up at this point. But it's so competitive. Not one team has a losing record right now in the entire division. And, of course, the Jags, they have Gardner Minshew.
The legend.
I can't believe. Oh, so you are admitting that he's a legend now,
the stash,
Steve.
the mustache.
I'm just going with it. I'm trying to accept it.
That's great. See, this is good. That's the next step right here.
Yes.
NFL UK there, putting that on Instagram with Minshew's locker. And James Palmer, he is out there in London as well. James, 7 straight years for the Jags that they've been playing in front of these London fans. So this is sort of like standard operating procedure at this point for them, right?
Yeah, Colleen, it really is. They've won 3 of the last 4. And the interesting part of it is I was inside Wembley just a little while ago. About an hour ago is when the Texans took the field after they got off the bus for the very first time. They opted not to visit Wembley throughout the entire week. Didn't do a walkthrough here yesterday. So after the walkthrough that the Jaguars had at Wembley yesterday, I talked to cornerback A.J. Bouye, who told me that they feel like they have a distinct advantage because it's each and every year they come here. They know the layout of the stadium, and they know the playing surface. That's why I brought up the Texans. It is a slick playing surface at Wembley. This is my 4th year covering a game here. Every single game, players that are coming for the first time come out, put on one set of cleats, go back to the locker room, put on another set of cleats. The Texans were already starting to go through that. So everything that comes into being a regular here at Wembley, Colleen, the Jaguars definitely feel it gives them an advantage in a divisional game. Pretty important.
They have all of their circadian rhythms down, all of the important stuff, James Palmer. Thank you, my friend. Well, we'll see how it affects the Texans. This is their first trip to London. DeAndre Hopkins there, walking in after that epic Halloween